Welcome to Columbus, Ohio, and the venerable Horseshoe, home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, a place that's home to such legendary names as Archie, Woody, Zeke, and Stroud. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the North Carolina Tar Heels, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Buckeyes will kick it away to start us off. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone.
Run it, nigga. Nigga, yes you is. You gotta spot me my 7 points first, nigga. Then we playing a regular game, bro. What do you mean? The fuck? Yes, then I score, and then we play a regular game.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Hunting on first down, but wide. A low line drive and not his best work. They'll get the punt out of there, and it'll be marked down just
You kicked it too short. I couldn't get it. My players wouldn't even move, bro.
Here comes the offense on first down. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Wide open, he makes the catch.
All right, full game, bro.
Touchdown, Ohio State.
Regular
And once
game.
he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. That last possession, the early punt, losing track of the downs, whatever it was, David, that was a fireable offense. They better atone here.
I mean, that is unbelievable. That no one catches that? Like the first coach, the second coach, maybe a player. Hey, it's not fourth down, and we punted the football. I got nothing on it.
The only dude who liked that play call was the punter.
Analytics replaced with idiotics.
Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. The give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Offense in a bunch formation. On second down, they'll take to the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hamilton. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Grab near the sticks. It's Hamilton. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
The Tar Heels are on the move. They'll run it from the gun. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. Emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. You don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. These teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Running for the tape. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
This offense trying to quieten the crowd on 1st and goal, and they are not cooperating. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Just plowing down the field. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And we saw it last week with this offense, right? They know who they are down here. They're going to be physical. They gave him the football, and what did he do? He rewarded you with 2 touchdown runs. I look for this offense to continue the physicality and hand that man the ball again.
You can't hear yourself think on 3rd and goal. They'll run it. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And you know exactly what time it is when you get down here in the red zone. You got to be able to run the football. But when you got a back like this who punches the ball in the end zone consistently almost every single game, you are going to feed that animal the rock.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. On 4th and goal, no thought of the field goal. They'll go for the touchdown. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And this one ought to be nice and easy, a 22-yard attempt. Splits the uprights. Good. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Air Force rose to the occasion when it needed to, and they'll be celebrating a solid victory there in Falcon Stadium. Week by week, you can feel the momentum building within that program. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
29 Philly, 2-9 Philly. Yankee blue.
They'll keep it on the ground to the right.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll run it from the gun. Tackled, but he has a first down.
Well, you see a great individual effort there that time, and you can see the skills this guy has, and he just reminds me sometimes of the great Ohio State backs we've seen in the past, right? You think of Archie Griffin and his 2 Heisman trophies, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins. This guy right here with his skill set, he's got the chance to be the next great Buckeye back.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Motion from the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Looking for room at the 30. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the finisher coming courtesy of that touchdown toss from 45 yards out. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. At the 35, just plowing ahead. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up this first period with a huge gain.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Ohio State 14, North Carolina 3.
First down to start the drive after the break. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's going for it all. Got it! Touchdown, North Carolina! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And with the extra point, they cut the lead to 14-10. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Returner runs out of bounds.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Back and forth we go on these last couple of drives, David. Everybody moving the ball.
Man, these offenses are in a rhythm. Everything they're doing right now is working. A lot of scoring. This puts a lot more pressure on your offense, Palmer, when you walk on the field.
And at this point, too, David, which defense can break serve, right? Who can get a stop? That's what it feels like is going to be the determining factor in this game.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. It's complete on the right side. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical grind ahead. You look at the schedule for these teams, it's brutal. Each and every week, you are going to get tested. So it's important they get off to a really fast start. They've got to come out, take everything they did on the practice field this offseason, and let these guys go play.
Yeah, and you got to let it rip, man, because that's always your first goal, right? We talk about conference championships, winning your conference, and then it gets you to where you need to go. So looking forward to getting conference play kicked off in the Big Ten.
You want to talk about aggressive or wacky? This head coach is keeping his offense on the field inside his own 30. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own great field position.
Man, your goal of a defense is to stop them, is to force punts, and then this is just gravy. Now, they go for it on 4th down and medium. On their side of the field, you get the big stop and a chance to switch the momentum here in the first half.
North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Man, what a matchup. The stakes are really high. Both teams in the top 10, playoff positioning, all the things that go with a midseason showdown, guys.
And these are just fun for us because we got a little bit more juice, too, because both teams in playoff contention, both teams high aspirations, a big showdown, a big prove-it game, Palmer, for both these squads.
And it's been fun because these two teams seem to be revving up right at the right moment. They've gotten better and better as the week.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Tar Heels.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone.
Ohio State, 14.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Out there. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. They'll run play action. Buys a little time with his feet. He'll throw it. Catch in the middle. It's LeBlanc. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. The Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo.
Really nice throw there to get the first down. And, you know, when you think about Ohio State quarterback play, especially here recently, it all comes down to efficiency. You have to make good decisions. You got to read.
He wants to take the top off. And the DB right with him to knock it away. It's pretty obvious what's at stake here, guys. A top 10 matchup, winner, good shot at the playoff, and the loser is probably going to need some help.
Yeah, so further cementing your resume, making that exclamation point on the schedule, giving that committee something to look at and go, here's a top 10 win. This is a big deal for my schedule. Big proving moment.
And that's why you play football for one of these two programs, for games like this, for the opportunity to reach the college football playoff. You knew these two teams were on a collision course. That's the opportunity ahead of you to go get it done in front of a lot of eyeballs watching.
Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. They want to just keep throwing it. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
We're only in the first half already. This guy's got 2 TD passes, so you could see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after this guy. We have to affect his rhythm and not let him be so comfortable back there. Right there, they were able to get after him. Let's see if they can keep it up.
The Buckeyes will punt this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense set on first down. Leaves it with the back. At the 40, there he goes. And what a huge play for this offense after that great run.
How about the explosive play by this offense? Man, it's so nice to have guys you can hand the football off and just watch him work. Watch him do the rest, the speed, making big plays, breaking tackles. Man, is it nice to have an offense with a playmaker like that.
They might be thinking back-to-back big plays after that last one. 1st and 10 from the 32. He's going to pass. He's going up top. Makes the grab. They will score. Touchdown, UNC.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. BYU is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Ty Detmer, this might not be over just yet. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Iowa State. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Looking to move it through the air. Pulls it in. It's Graham. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. And the Buckeyes in the hurry-up. He wants to throw here on second down. Gets away from one. Had to throw it before he wanted. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down.
Well, the defense is fast. If you can hit that quarterback with his speed and force those incompletions, man, that is impressive.
Ball at the 31, third and short coming, defense trying to rise up. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He'll come through on third down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They'll throw it on first down. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Now facing some adversity on this drive after the loss of 4. It's 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. And he'll make the grab along the sideline, but is not able to get to the first down marker.
Nice job by the QB and receiver on this play in a 2-minute situation, knowing to work the boundary, get the first down, and get the ball out of bounds. Great situational awareness.
The Buckeyes are threatening in the red zone. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Couldn't find anybody open, just threw it away, and that's a smart move. You want to avoid the turnover, especially in the red zone. It'll be fourth down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. Not a particularly long kick from 36 yards out, but he'll have to guide it in from the left hash. It is good. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. On the run from inside his own 5. He's able to work his way on the return up to the 23 before he steps out of bounds. Running out of of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Man, I don't know if you want that guy outside the pocket very often because he's so fast and he can do some damage, but they did a nice job containing him. Once he left the pocket, they were ready for it, came to him, he tried to throw the football. Nice hit on the quarterback as he's throwing to force a bad pass.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. It's a reverse. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
North Carolina, 24, Ohio State, 17.
They're just about ready to kick it away.
Set to kick this one off.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22.
Take over, first and 10.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They had a really productive first half, but in a game like this, they better keep it up.
You know, at halftime, the offense and defense separate, and they kind of go over their own adjustments. You know the offense was saying to themselves very quietly, guys, we're not going to stop anybody. We got to keep scoring if we're going to win this game. So the pressure's on them here in the second half.
Yeah, and you get the ball first. And so it's been a high-scoring first half. You get to go out here now and make a statement. Start this half, say, listen, we're going to keep scoring points, and then maybe help some, alleviate some of that pressure.
Underneath toasted coverage, got it deep downfield.
How great is it to have a running back who can basically run your entire route tree? You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run vertically down the field, get open, and make a big play. This dude is special.
Now it's first and 10 from the 46-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. He'll take the deep shot. And he intercepts it. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, but no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the